Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Caves of Cud for the further adventures of Captain Bristles, who is, I think, maybe one of the best equipped early game characters we've ever had. Stumbling upon random garbage in the desert turns out to be a really good strategy. I can't recommend it highly enough. Now, I was thinking, this geomagnetic disc, it seems like, with a penetration value of, I'm assuming that's how they convey penetration equal to your enemy's armor value, at a 2d6 damage die, it feels like this is maybe going to be able to just carry us through the entire game if we can just keep the thing powered. The fact that we have basic tinkering means we have... No, it does not. Okay. I don't remember exactly how you get the recharge ability. Do you get it when you learn Tinker 1, maybe? Because it's not a thing you pick up itself. Yes, here you go. You can also recharge energy cells and capacitors. So getting to 19 intelligence would have some significant benefit. We'd have to hit a pretty high level for that to happen, right? Because we got to 15 at level 6, so then we'll be 16 at 12, 17 at 18, 19 at 24, 17 at 18, 18 at 24, 19 at 30. And we could throw one spare point of intelligence in there to take 6 levels off the top of that, which might be worth doing, actually. Because being able to recharge energy cells and then just use our geomagnetic disc for everything, I mean, it seems pretty good. And I love the idea that we're like his crazed scorpion mutant running around wielding 2 axes, and we have the glaive from Krull, basically. This is a fun character. So, what are we going to do out in the world to ensure that we survive to a point where we can, actually, like, wield our fun weapons? I guess let's go do the Bailah quest, because it's relatively easy. Relative to the amount of experience you get, it's very, very easy, in fact. And then we still need to figure out exactly how our ganglionic teleprojector works. Okay, I think those dudes are shooting at me. I don't think they're intentionally killing the other, Yes, that's right. We gained a physical mutation, which means charge moved down a letter. Also, we gained a physical mutation. Let's do that. That's pretty cool. All right, I give that a high rating. That's a fun one. All right, we do have an awful lot of snapjaws here, but also, wow, I'm actually taking a lot of damage. You know what? We're gonna go down a screen. Oh, I found a honeyweep. Also, many more snapjaws. Not exactly what I was hoping for. Also, a treasure chest. Alright, I'm going to sprint away. Here's the thing to be concerned about. We have lots of good stuff, but we also have lots of terrible items. I'm going to try throwing the disc through one guy into another guy. Oh my god. What a weapon. It is worth noting the fact that it has penetration equal to enemy armor means that while it will be useful against high-level enemies, it won't be as devastating against low-level enemies as many items that are useful against high enemies are, because we will never get those, like, quintuple penetration hits that do, like, 70 damage. I'm gonna throw it... Does it have a maximum range? Can I just kind of wherever? Oh, that's a legendary. I'm gonna throw it at him. Okay, so we killed a couple of guys on the way. We should have a look at that legendary, probably. Hey guy, what's your deal? Oho Bulubu, the hulking Snapjaw gut spiller and friend to fungi. Loved by Snapjaws and fungi. Disliked by the Merchants Guild. Okay, that's cool. I don't know how he would successfully impersonate the leader of a merchant. I mean, maybe it wasn't a successful impersonation. Maybe what they don't like about it is that they thought it felt really demeaning. Wow. Thing can really move. It seems like it's going out of its way to kill that mushroom over there too, which, you know, I don't mind. Trying to kill their ranged attackers. We will have a much easier time. Yeah, okay. So I don't see the dude anymore. I'm gonna just shoot this guy with my normal rifle, because he's close to death. There he is. We'll aim this again at the ranged enemy. I want to try to save power when we can, obviously. Chem cell's still fresh. It seems like you get a lot of throws out of a basic chem cell, which is pretty cool. Let's try to make sure our Make sure we're keeping their numbers down as they approach. How is the legendary doing? He is merely injured, so we're getting there. I'm gonna keep disc throwing here. We don't need to kill the mushrooms. It's not a big deal. Alright, I'm having a hell of a time hitting him, but I sure did show that Shale who's boss. Okay, there we go. Managed to save ourselves a little bit of ammo. And he has a failed energy relay, which is fun. Sorry, I could just grab stuff, that's right. Does a pocketed vest give you extra carry capacity? It does. I mean, obviously, we're not going to wear it. Yeah, I'll just take all this stuff, that's fine. And then, did that auto-disassemble? It looks like it didn't. We didn't get a notification. I mean, I don't know exactly what I want to do with all this stuff. I may... Oh, I don't have disassemble? I thought no, we just totally don't have disassemble yet. I didn't buy it. We should buy it. That seems important. Okay, now stuff will probably auto-disassemble. Although, actually, with this character who's still having kind of some money issues, I think let's turn auto-disassemble off. Because I was about to say, I don't really know whether we even want to turn off, or whether we actually want to disassemble all the stuff we're holding. I am going to disassemble the 1. Things don't give 1 all that often, the numbers. It's good to have numbers. But we'll hold on to the ABCDs for right now. And it'll just take us a little while longer to save up for dual wield, which is fine. I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Stuff that might actually be worth the carry weight. Weapons. People like weapons. And then, of course, there's the issue of our equipment. We don't even have anything on our shoes. Hands. Ghostly flames. Okay, so that's how you know. So when we see somebody and it says that they are equipped with icy vapor, what that's telling us is that they have the frost hands. Okay. That's good to know. See, we're learning important stuff. You equip. Let's put on some shoes. We don't need a mask. Wouldn't mind, I guess, a battle axe. And then we just walk over and smash this dude. We'll give this guy the stinger. And then shoot our flaming hands through him at the other dude. Oh, wait. Started a fire in a space adjacent to me. Perhaps a thing to think about in the future. I was just like, hey, we'll do damage. Damn it. You know, they look like they're equipped with gear. Alright, well, this is an improvement. They look like they're equipped with real armor, so it always bums me out when we kill one and he doesn't actually drop any armor. Am I wearing a cap? Ah, I'm wearing my ganglionic teleprojector, right. My guess is a leather cap doesn't sell for enough to justify its carry weight. Bronze dagger definitely will, a bronze longsword totally might, and then these are weightless, so... I'm assuming it didn't auto pick up the ammo because there's a brood cap that we have damaged in the area. So it would be, it is regarded as hostile despite the fact that it poses no threat to us at all. Ooh, an iron mace. Iron weaponry is worth stuff. Copper nugget, I'll take all of that. Grab these, a bronze dagger for sure. I mean, we may just go back into the stilt and sell some of this stuff, just to have a little bit more walking around water. We might want to keep a quilted shawl on hand, actually, for later. So we have reason to believe that we may need it later. Sting. And, okay, this fight's basically over then. If the paralyze happens on a thing that is roughly our level or lower, there's no way it recovers before we chop it to pieces. Alright, his right hand, a nugget, a dagger, which is still definitely worth selling. Am I hungry? I am hungry. Let's just eat this hand. You aren't... The phrase... I'm such a little child. The phrase, you are sated and wet, is gonna... It's gonna prompt a sensible chuckle every single time. Okay, I like this. I don't think the staff is any good, but I'd love to find a power cell. And then I guess there's a bronze dagger here. We should pick that up, and we'll grab the cracked lens. Huh, I thought I turned auto-disassemble off? Boarskin gloves might be worth something. Longsword might be worth something. And also there's just some fickle gill sitting on the ground there, apparently. Where are we at on carry weight? You know what? We're in a place where we can afford to just pick up all this stuff. I know I'm still a little, like... Ooh, beaded bracelet. I'm still a little paranoid about running out of water, even though we have fasting way. Ooh, also cool. You spot a acid weep. Ah, over there in the corner. Okay. So there's a bunch of weeps not too far from the stilt, which is interesting. Potentially useful. Are we lost? Am I allowed to go back to my to the map? Okay, no. There we go. Ooh, a caravan. Okay, well let's go and trade with them instead of going back to the stilt. They sure do seem to be running at me. Yes, they are quite hostile. What did I do? Did I piss off dromads in general, or why are they mad at me? Dromad merchants 0. Was that Snapjaw not a cool... Maybe he was part of their entourage. Ow. Okay, well, they did chase me. So this is gonna kill me. Sprint very fast. Why are they... What did I do to piss off this caravan? Alright, just into the desert. Nope, they are still chasing. They are really angry. Oh boy. Okay, I mean, the fact that they're impossible would usually mean that I have no chance of killing them, right? Because my gear would not be up to the task. But the disc will totally do damage to them. We don't know exactly how much damage needs to be done. But I suppose if I could draw them far enough... If I could continue running for long enough that I pull the caravan apart a little bit and can get 1 or 2 of them chasing me, then maybe we could actually... Yeah, because see, sometimes some of them will just give up and wander off. Maybe I can actually kill one of these guys and get some, like, pretty damn good loot from them? Okay, they turn it around. Let's go back onto this screen far away from them. That guy is by himself. Alright. We have no idea how much HP he has. We do know he has a Fullerite dagger and a flexi vest. And then also the worst quality of axe. Because we can't get a... No way we could be allowed to get a good axe out of this, right? He does have the ability to dive out of the way sometimes. I'm gonna sprint. We're gonna make a little bit of distance here. Oh, he's gonna refuse to follow me onto another screen. Wow, where'd he go, even? That's not him, is it? No, this is the rest of them. Perfect. Oh, interesting. That's him, right there. The only injured one. With the hand axe and the... Huh, so apparently getting off screen was a mistake. Alright, we'll get the attention of one of them. It doesn't look like the rest of them are coming back. I love the fact that this disc has a range of sight. Just can you see target, then you can kill target. I'm gonna strategically... What the hell? He just disappeared. I was gonna say I'm gonna strategically move up a little bit so I'm not drawing him toward the corner so that we can run away from him more efficiently. Yeah, dude just disappeared. What the hell? It gave me the thawing zone message, and then the guy was just not there anymore. That's a little annoying. Uh-oh. Is that my disc there on the ground? What just happened? Did I fail to... Oh! It ran out of power, and then I just whipped it at this dude anyway. Okay. That's fine. I was trying to charge... Wow, okay, stop doing that. There we go. I will take your stuff, all of it. Yeah, let me grab my disc here, obviously. We'll recharge it in a second. Throw in a new power cell. So it turns out intelligence matters. One benefit of putting a point or two into intelligence will be that it will solve my my skill point problem a little bit. which is definitely needs solving. So the disc is not going to give us a warning when it runs out of power. It's just going to throw very differently, in a way that's actually a huge problem. So I guess we need to keep a careful eye on this. Right, I'm going to walk back over to this screen and see if they're still mad at me. I'm not sure why they're mad at me in the first place. Are we hostile? Can we be cool now? No. Huh. Am I wearing a face that's like... It's a giant amoeba sensory bulb. Am I going to be hostile to all caravans now? All dromads? Because that seems bad. I guess let's get back to what we were doing. Maybe I should go back to the stilt. I don't know. Huh. Well, we've found something that looks like it might be significant. And also there's a treasure chest on the screen. Hard to be upset about that. Ooh. A fancy dagger. What is this one? A scene from the life of the ancient sultan Dr. Se. While traveling through the clock-worshipping aristocracy of Suruk, Dr. Se stopped at a market and purchased a radiant axe. Ooh. Named it Radiant Beauty Dr. Sebun. I would love to find a radiant axe. I don't suppose this is going to tell me where Suruk is. No. Well, take it anyway. Alright, the only real danger here, I suppose, is this boar. So let's give him the sting. And then I'm going to shoot my flaming hands up this way. I do wish that... throw a quick dismember up. I do wish that, since it comes out as a cone, it just let you aim it as a cone rather than aiming it as a line, which it isn't. Because the fact that we're aiming it in a different shape than it's actually going to come out does give me a little bit of... It removes some of our potential precision, right? We can't exactly know where it's going, where the shot's going to go. A slender bronze mace is probably worth carrying. This is exciting. More beaded bracelets. So yeah, we're definitely going to head back to the stilt in a second here. We'll go to Bailah, we'll do that. That'll happen eventually. Let's eat this face here. Hold on. Can I consume an entire corpse? Yeah. A disgusting meal of sinew. You are sated and wet. I can just eat an entire dead body. Do I want to go up to studded leather armor? A single point of armor value is pretty significant. We lose 2 dodge relative to the armor we're wearing now. But I think that's probably a good trade-off a lot of the time. Let me drop my old leather armor, which is not particularly special. And honestly, Spokotho, also not worth carrying around. We'll take an iron dagger, though. Alright, let's go check out this treasure chest. Then we'll see if we can figure out a way to get inside of that little building there, because that could be interesting. Alright. I'm allowed to eat cooked meat, right? I'm a carnivore, not a zombie. Okay, we get a couple of hulking dudes, maybe a little bit, tiny bit more dangerous. Just give them the flaming hands, and then back away and let them be on fire for a minute. Don't you come over here while you're on fire. Just cut their numbers down a little bit. Additional beaded bracelets. It is kind of wild how bad, considering like the number of enemies we've seen and the fact that we've been to the stilt and everything already, it is kind of remarkable how bad our weapons and armor are still. And not that I necessarily expect that you're going to see a ton of useful gear from just fighting random... Oh, I missed with my stinger. Fighting random snapjaws in the woods or anything, but... usually we've seen a little something by now. No, wait. This guy. Okay, I was kind of hoping that the cone would be wide enough that it would catch both of them. Apparently, no such luck. Got ourselves a bunch of cleaves. I will say that if you're going to be stuck with low-level weapons, it's probably better to be fighting with an axe than fighting with, like, any other class of weapon, because an axe can get through You keep cleaving at somebody long enough, you will eventually deal actual damage to them. So it seems like the cooldown on Flaming Hands is super short. What actually is it? Oh yeah, only 10 rounds. Wow. I'm gonna time dilate. Did that fire? No. Because I pressed the button it used to be. And we're just gonna back up a little bit. We're gonna let this guy approach us, and I'm gonna give him the Flaming Hands again. Actually, no, you know what? I'll run up on him and sting him. Our stinger is available. We are also able to dismember. Just chop this dude up real good. Boy, you sure do get a lot of faces. I'm not gonna bother with this. It's very easy to cut off people's faces. Easy and lucrative. That does put us 1 pound over, but I'm sure we're carrying something that is worth less than a dagger. To be perfectly honest with you, it's probably a single torch. Alright, and then we don't actually have a way through a wall, right? I didn't take the burrowing claws, so I guess there's probably not going to be a way for us to get in here. Yeah, I can't unlock that. I don't have any good explosives, and you need a good explosive for something like this. Alright, yeah. It's fine. Oh, I am still lost, that's true. Well, I guess let's just change screens a couple of times until that stops being the case. And who knows, maybe we'll stumble across some more treasure. We're getting very little XP for fighting random Snapjaws already, so I'm a little... Oh, apparently there's a Snapjaw immediately to my west. There we go. I don't necessarily feel like it's worthwhile to just do random battle here. That said, if they're close enough, if they're coming right at us... Oh hey, an iron battle axe. That's, like, actually useful. I know I'm carrying too much to move. I would have thought I could still swing at enemies that are adjacent to me, though. Alright, let's drop the bronze battle axe, equip the iron battle axe. Look at all that improvement. I'm gonna throw away these torches, and then also, I don't know, something else. I guess I should have cooked at some point. We could just cook off 5 pounds of bear meat. For the moment, I am going to have to put something down, though. What is the thing I'm carrying that is least likely to be worth the carry weight? Hey, here's something. A random shortbow. I keep seeing the color of significant enemies and getting excited and then realizing it's just glow crows. Alright, so... back to trying not to be lost anymore. Sting this guy, and you know what? We did so much damage to him with the sting, it doesn't even matter, I think, that the poison didn't work. Oh, right, I don't have cooking skills yet. Shoot, so I can't preserve the bear jerky. We sure do need a lot of skills. You get used to playing characters who, like, know how to do stuff. It's tough to go back. Like, once upon a time, we only played characters who had no skills. Because we were routinely not living long enough to earn any skill points. Hey, you know what would be really neat is if I was not lost anymore. Alright, we'll just chop these dudes up. Ooh, painted club. On the night of a full moon, a babe was found swaddled on a floating platform of polished chrome with its mouth full of salt, like Baby Yoda. I assume his mouth was full of salt. He's in the Star Wars fandom, isn't he? That's a joke about how at some point the fandom became entirely about hating things. Alright, in 5377, Q-Dates appointed a corrupt administrator as Minister of Urkabal. He mandated the practice of seasoning food in Q-Dates' name. I assume that means in Q-Dates' name the process was enacted, not that the law that was enacted was that you must season food in Q-Dates' name, because what would that mean? Alright, more random Sultan history. Oh, I didn't actually loot the things out of that are worth looting. I should probably take, like... Do we want these water skins? Honestly, we could probably use more water skins. I'll take both of these, then we'll drop something. Probably drop this bear meat. Well, I could just eat raw bear meat, though. And star apples aren't actually worth... I picked these up for trading, but they're not actually worth carrying, probably. You get the sting. You get the dismember. I feel like a two-headed boar is still maybe dangerous to us. I'll invoke my time dilation as well. Did I press the wrong button? No, okay, it's on. There's the waves of dilation spilling off of us. Apparently that guy we killed had a painted sword. This item is painted with a scene from the life of Kuthramasp, which is a sultan we've not heard of before. People built a monument to him and thenceforth called him the Aquamarine Lightbulb. So apparently we know what light bulbs are. Okay. Back to the process of trying to not be lost anymore. You know, one thing I feel like we've never done, and I don't know if it would be worth doing, but just in terms of trying new stuff, we've never played a character who actually used bows on purpose very much. I guess the electro bow. Okay, I'm actually taking kind of a lot of damage. Let's shoot some fire here. Okay, that'll help slow them down. You're getting the gun. There are too many damn enemies. Actually, he's getting charged. He took one step too close. I don't want to die to random snapjaws, is the thing. Oh, another bracelet. I do appreciate that these guys have some fashion sense. That's going to be very helpful to my big supply of water in a moment here, once we can actually get back to somewhere to sell things. Actually, he's a little too far away to charge. The good news is he's a horrible shot, and he pissed off that... Oh, I auto-picked up a thing. He doesn't have the wherewithal not to shoot while wildlife is in the way. What is the thing that I think we're... Okay, we're least likely to get good value for a bronze mace, because it's basically just a heavy metal stick. They don't seem to sell very well. That said, a dagger. A dagger I will totally take. Alright, please regain bearings. I was hoping maybe I had just missed it, because holy shit, we've been lost a long time. Salt Hopper is paralyzed. I'm going to step past him, and then we're going to shoot the flaming hands over this way. Just get everybody with it. And then I'm going to run away a little bit. You know what? This seems like an okay time for the disc. Let's focus it on the tortoise, and it'll probably just sort of incidentally kill all the other enemies around. Alright, is it smart enough to avoid things I'm not hostile to? Yes, it did not hit the Equimax. Well, that is a pretty handy... Oh, steel plate mail. Okay, now we're talking. Equip, and we will figure out the weight. Also, this is probably worth grabbing. Let me shoot this guy in his face. Okay. Studded leather armor, definitely not worth carrying. Boy, we're going to have to drop a significant amount of weaponry. I'm trying to remember which weapon types sell the worst. I think maces are generally pretty bad. That one's slender, so the water value to weight ratio is going to be better. But I think I'll still drop it. And then, like, I think battle axes are also one of the lower sellers. I remember swords as being good. Staves less so, but at the same time, that is an electrified staff. You know what? I'm going to disassemble this guns sell really well, though. Let's drop this other short bow. I definitely don't need that. And then... I guess... all of the iron maces? We don't need to drop all of them. They're 6 pounds each, so 2 would do it. Okay. And then... you know, I will take this water skin, though. And then it would be really cool if we could regain our bearings and not have to run around fighting random snapjaws forever. Please? Please let me find a screen edge here. Sting this guy, and chop, chop, chop. Boy, he stood up to punishment a little bit better than I was hoping he would there. Let's try shooting you. Let's try dismembering you. Okay, that did something. I'm going to step down to here, and we're going to give him the flaming hands. Let's just try to hit everything there. Alright, now we got a couple of cleaves on him. It shouldn't be too hard from here. Bronze dagger. We don't need to carry any more low value stuff, even if it is also low weight. Oh my god. Tedious enemies. You can only justify running away so much, unfortunately. That did not, for some reason, affect the tortoise at all. Hey look, a fort. Great. I'm super happy. Okay, time dilation. Try to sting the tortoise. So I think this tortoise is going to keep that boar from affecting us, right? We'll fire off the time dilation and then just have at it. We will only have to fight one enemy at a time here, and by the time the tortoise gets to, or by the time the boar gets to us, he has taken a bunch of fire damage. In fact, it's time to refire him. I'm a little surprised by how low the cooldown on that fire spell is. Like, we almost have it again already. Go for a dismember. Okay. His left forefoot has been cut off. And apparently, we're aware that this screen contains a Snapjaw fort, even though we cannot access the fort. Let's just rest until healed here. Give me a second. Let me catch my breath. Let my brain relax. And then we'll come around. I would like to access that fort. They're likely to have some treasure there, right? Boy, this slime is surviving a surprising number of shots there. Alright, let's make them come toward us a little bit. I suppose I should start any ranged encounter with flaming hands. When you have a low cooldown ranged attack, you should low cooldown 0 ammo cost ranged attack. You should probably use it. Reload my gun. Oh, that was a steel weapon, wasn't it? It's a little on the heavy side, but steel weaponry sells quite well. Boy, what do I think? What do I think I am carrying that is not value? Probably this. I'm just going to drop both of these, because, you know, we're going to pick up more treasure here. So let's give myself a little bit of room. Let's go flaming hands on the archer. Oh, apparently you can just cook off the slime. I don't think that's a thing that I knew before. I mean, we've seen pools of liquids be affected by big magic attacks in a variety of ways, but that, I think, is potentially going to be very useful. Alright, we should be able to just approach this guy. He's not fast enough to run away with us, or run away from us, given the way that time works right now. Okay, rest until healed? Nope. I'm gonna rest until healed over here. We'll just get a little bit more health back before that guy catches up. Alright, a quick sting and dismember combo, and we've got ourselves a face. Alright, that time it actually let me rest. So it looks like the entrance is over here. Let's get ourselves a crappy treasure chest that probably doesn't have anything fun in it. Apparently these Snapjaws had figured out how to live in harmony with the nearby amoebas. We use them as, like, guard amoebas. Okay, this is fun. I'm wearing... Do Crocossins have a point of armor, right? Yeah, okay, I'll keep the Crocossins. But, obviously, Bear Jerky I'm a fan of. Also, Revolver I'm a fan of. After conferring with baboons, Kuthramasp convinced them to help him found a workshop in Ursimu for the purpose of assembling contraptions based on light bulbs. He did everything in his power to recreate the light bulb. Alright, yeah, give me that, and then what's in here? Sure, this was worth a little bit of a detour. You know what, for right now, let's just get those, and we'll worry about whether or not I want to disassemble them later. Having a hell of a time stepping on this corpse. Okay. Not a big surprise. There wasn't even anything worth having. Stop running. Boarskin gloves, probably not a good idea to pick up. What are the stats on ringmail? Mail is 3-2. Okay, it's just studded leather armor with a different description. Okay, that was a handy thing to run into. Oh my. A legendary slumberling. Bibumu Bobo Bagye, the renowned honey-loving slumberling. He is loved by bears, like these bears around here, but disliked by winged mammals for lighting a beacon, presumably to warn some bears. So yeah, this would be a bad thing to go and fight. I'm assuming that these water skins, yeah, are going to be full of honey. Well, those are some high-value water skins. Definitely not worth going after. If I thought I could kill that slumberling, I absolutely would just attack. Still haven't regained our bearings yet, have we? Well, we found another fort. You would think there would be more competition. They're building all the forts right next to each other and stuff. You'd think that would lead to some, I don't know, some fighting. Yeah, I guess disassemble both of those because I don't want to have to manage my inventory. Well, we may as well loot this place. Okay, we are officially past the point where any amount of these guys is a realistic danger to us. Alright, not a lot of interesting stuff. A willowy bronze dagger, which I believe is weightless, right? Because bronze daggers are already only a single pound. Oh hey, free glitter grenade. Sure, take both. Why not? And they had a little forge going here. It looks like they don't actually have anything that they forged around, though. Still, now we'll at least get to test a glitter grenade. I mean, I have a guess as to what it does, but now we can know. So again, just desperately trying to regain my bearings and double checking to make sure that we hadn't done it already, because it sure seems like we should have by now, right? We've seen a lot of screens. You know what? Let's kill these raiders. It shouldn't be too hard to do, and it'll be worth some XP. Flaming hands. May as well open with flaming hands, right? I'll walk over here and give you the sting. Ooh, a counterweighted short sword. Still, though, just bad bronze gear. Honestly, I don't know. Are Boomerose? Yeah, Boomerose arrows are weightless, and they are definitely more than 0 value. Yeah, 12 XP for that. These guys really are not that much more valuable to fight than random Snapjaws. And actually, I think so far we've seen Snapjaws carry more valuable loot than normal Isachari raiders. Time dilation, give me a little advantage here. And then dismember that guy real fast. I mean, as far as combat strategies go, ours is not terrible. Melee combat's dangerous, but less so when you can control time. Yo, for real though, where the hell are my bearings? Oh, this is something. What have we here? These guys are Putus Templar, right? So, very hostile to us. Implanted Prostrid Garant, War Monk are amongst the true. If we were playing a Truekin and we stumbled across a bunch of these dudes, we would be able to just hang out with them, I guess. Alright, that's fine. We'll just keep moving. Keep on revealing new screens. There we go. All I had to do was see about 14 different screens. Did I really get lost? It's the desert. I could just walk in a straight line. Okay, there we go. My bearings. My sweet, sweet bearings. Alright, somebody trade me for something. Let's go... I mean, we should probably buy all this guy's ammo. I don't think I did that when we were here earlier. But, like, ammo's awfully useful. Sorry, 9? Nope. There's definitely a grab all button. Well, I mean, okay, I'll just hold the button for a second here. The button that used to be grab all definitely isn't anymore, and I don't know what the right button is now. So, let's talk about all of this gear I have. I don't know that we necessarily want to go shopping here. Like, I don't think that we know of anybody who has stuff that's going to be hugely valuable. I guess the book guy. You know what? Yeah, we'll trade a lot of this stuff to the book guy in exchange for XP. We'll just trade this dude enough to get all of his bullets. I was thinking maybe we would take his weird artifacts, but honestly, we're not that good with guns. Our agility's not that high, and we don't have any of the aim bonuses. And, we have our disc. So who needs to be good with guns? Where was the book guy, though? I know he was on the left side of whatever screen he was on. Ow. Wow, it really rocketed me through that screen transition. You're the bookman. Okay. Here we go. You might have some things I'm interested in having, like perhaps this Corpus Cholis. Sorry, this button. And then Heirlooms of Cud. Is that a book we've read before? I don't know. Hold on. We don't need this glow sphere. We don't need any of these, or any of these, or any of these 18 short swords. Can you imagine walking into a place with 18 short swords under your arm? Just throw them on the counter. Hey, what do you have in exchange for all of these? Also, I gotta say, I like the music here, but it is definitely probably louder than it needs to be. You know, definitely, probably. We might want to just disassemble the musket. I'll sell this revolver, though. The desert rifle is not worth as much as I thought it was going to be. And then, do we want to... We have a bunch of relatively stable stores of value here. So that puts us up to 291 grams. Some of the yellow books are worth a lot of XP. I'm gonna take Heirlooms of Cud, both because I don't remember if we've read it and I would like to read it, and also because it might end up being worth a ton of XP. Right, some of them are like 3,600. Also, I picked these up for the purpose of selling them. The quilted shawl we might actually want to hold on to. I definitely don't want to sell my power cells. So I do not really have money. Can't afford to be shelling out. I kind of need to gain on this transaction, which is exactly why we held on to some of this stuff. And then I will sell him all of my copper nuggets. I mean, each copper nugget is worth 10... I'm trying to remember approximately what the 17... It's 17 pounds to every 64 grams of water. Right? A water skin with 64 grams of water in it is 17 pounds. So these guys are a pound to 10 value. I mean, we won't be anywhere near our carry limit. I think we can afford to do it like this. We do just need water. Alright, let's have a look at these books. So first of all, let's see. On Iron Shank. 1 gram of gel, 1 gram of asphalt every day. Seems pretty straightforward. On monochrome, drink some ink and then flashbang yourself. On glot rot, it's 1 part asphalt, 1 part salt, 3 parts water. Okay. And then the fungal infection thing is a raw electric snail corpse. And gel and blood is what the cream is made out of. Okay. All pretty straightforward, and now we can afford to just donate that. What about this one? Attachment to physical objects is a peculiar phenomenon. Often, the bonds we form transcend physical values. They are steeped in history and rolled in tradition, and they elude rational explanation, like most things rolled in tradition. It's unsurprising, then, that my research findings indicate certain preferences are held by the myriad factions of Cud for certain types of items. These preferences, each surely sculpted by some historical event lost to memory, persist in the veneration of certain cherished heirlooms. I've assembled a catalog of these preferences for posterity. Okay, it does seem like we've definitely seen this book before. So I still don't really know what this means, though. Does it mean, like, these are the things these people are likely to have on them, or... I don't know. Alright, let's go and turn these books in. And of course, as always, be very careful on the screen not to wander into all of the acid. Let's find our little spot over here in the corner where we can step through safely. Alright, I have no memory. I believe the Corpus Cholis is not one of the super valuable, one of the super XP valuable books. And darn. The Heirlooms of Cud, also not super valuable. I mean, 900 XP is not nothing. We are pretty close to our next level up now. Oops, walked on the acid. Even though I knew it was there. Now I'm just tracking acid inside the temple. It's hard to remember. We've been to this place so many times. Although I guess, in this case, I could just afford to zoom right out. Alright, I feel a lot better about our water supplies, at least. Hey, what a surprise. I got lost again. Oh, are these Dromads going to be mad at me? No, these ones are cool. Ooh, that guy has a crystal battle axe. Okay, there is combat going on, but it's not combat with me. I wonder if I had, like, accidentally wounded one of them with my disc or something. Yes, I know I've spotted a Dromad Caravan. Okay, no longer lost. Also, let's trade. Do you have anything fun? Unfortunately, with a general use guy like this, you have no idea what the artifacts in his inventory might be. Oh, hey! A secret about Reshef. Although the Gyre widened, that's a thing we already knew. That's not a fun one. So yeah, those weird artifacts could be anything. He has some steel boots, which I wouldn't mind having, but I don't know that I want to necessarily pay this kind of money for them. I will take all your lead slugs, though. I'll pay a dram of water for that. Okay. That guy is flying. Fullerite armet, short sword, bronze dagger. He's on a skulk tonic. Okay. The Dromad Trader himself is relatively killable. A flawless crystal dagger. Man. I would love to get a hold of some carbide plate armor and a crystal battle axe. I wonder if it would be feasible for us to kill that guy using our disc. Oh, well, this is lovely. I'll take all of that, thank you. I'm going to not try it for right now, because we have limited power in the disc, and also I'm real worried that it's going to go wrong and we're just going to get killed. Alright, any chance of a quick... this is a bummer. Time dilation... Sting? Dismember? We just get through these guys pretty quickly. I really appreciate the number of cleaves I'm getting here. I mean, your cleave chance is pretty high, right? I suppose, in theory, you could even kill a chrome pyramid, right? If we had enough time. Let me eat this foot real quick. Delicious. Really hit the spot. +1 to hit for the rest of the day. That's a shame. The rest of the day is basically going to mean until you get your bearings back. But, still, it's significant. The way is blocked by shale. There we go. Let's set this dude on fire, and then... Do I even want to shoot at him? Yeah, I'll take a shot. Why not? Why let him approach? So, Flaming Hands. Pretty good. I'm a pretty big fan of this particular mutation that just sort of happened upon us. Alright, to Bailah. To do Bailah stuff. You know what it is. Alright, so we go to Bailah and we talk to the Hydriarch. There's no sense in looking around gathering clues, right? I am interested. I'll find your treasure, as you say. Okay, so then we go back over here and we talk to you. Do you know where they might have gone? There's a path to the north that leads to the tree. Okay, I will go and find that. The reward we get from this could be relatively significant. If we're just talking about being in a place where we want more gear, it probably makes sense to do the Bailah quest before we stress too much about where we might get better gear. And then, you know, if they don't give us anything fun, maybe we'll go kill that caravan guard. Boy, it sure would take a lot of attacks to get through the amount of health he must have. It's a shame we don't have the ability to know that. I guess we ought to kill this thing. Let me pick up this copper nugget. Let's start with the sting. And a dismember. It's going to take a while for us to actually get through his shell, but hopefully the paralyze will hold. So it seems like the meal of just a random body part from a guy doesn't last too long. We don't remain sated for very long. Which is a little surprising, considering we have the fasting way and everything. We're supposed to be... we're supposed to not get hungry very fast. That's like the whole deal. Give him the sting. Must you... Is this really... Do you reckon this is really worth your time? I wonder if we cut off a chameleon's face. I wonder if that would allow our face to change colors. I mean, we did get the face. It doesn't look... It doesn't look like it's going to do anything particularly useful. Certainly no indication in the text. A colossal iron mace. What does colossal mean again? Ah, right, slam. Also, it makes it very heavy. Hey, random wildlife. Perhaps you could just go away. Don't I look busy to you? Because I am very busy. Alright. Shouldn't be too far out now. I'm just going to try to ignore all of the wildlife. There we go. Alright, so we tell her to come back. You claim innocence? You think Cass stole the treasure? Alright, well, I will do the thing for you. Let's get some more XP. There are, in fact, hostels nearby. We'll just walk away from the hostels, then zoom back out. Boy, that scout sure looked like it was tracking my movements quite closely, huh? Okay, so... I can't remember. Do we have to talk to you first? Yeah, claims to be wrongfully accused. There we go. Now we're on the investigation steps. So... These two never have any information for you. You gotta go ask random townsfolk, and then, of course, do some investigating. How about you? Have you seen anything? Auntie Eskin's little sister has always been quiet, but she didn't talk at all for 2 whole weeks before they left. Could that possibly be relevant? What would that mean? What might that mean? Heard that someone in the village might have a sore throat, so I'm staying at least 10 handspan away from everyone today. I mean, that's just solid advice. You haven't seen anything. You do not want to catch Glotrot. Take it from me. Grando spent some late nights working on something she wouldn't talk about. Okay, that's interesting. I appreciate how forthcoming everyone in the village is with a stranger who just showed up and has no credentials of any kind. I saw a Kendran merchant the other day. They were being very sneaky. I think they were meeting someone in secret. Okay, that sounds plausible. Just looking for any kind of evidence. Since we know that sometimes stuff does spawn in the dwellings that matters. That's just the food supply. Did I talk to you already? Wait, what about you? Nope, stop. Stop moving. Stop being so fast. Heard someone doing tool work during a night watch shift. Didn't interrupt, but it seemed peculiar, so that's probably the Hindriarch. Wait, was it the Hindriarch that they said was up late doing the... Man. I would make a terrible detective. I'll tell you what, if I was detecting stuff, I'd write everything down, which I guess our character is doing. So we'll look at our notes in a moment. I've already forgotten who that kid said was up nights working on a thing. Have you seen or heard anything? No. We know you haven't. It does feel like we just have less evidence than usual, doesn't it? Aren't there are usually 6 pieces? See, I think I talked to you already. We could wander out to the surrounding screens. So there are more people to question. I don't really want to, though, on account of laziness. Oh, hey. Have we seen this before? Abandoned in a tucked-away hut on Bailah's outskirts, This enormous statue of Hornsfell languishes under a layer of withered vegetation. It depicts a majestic deer with one hoof raised from the ground, its human-like eyes judging its surroundings and finding them wanting. The metal plaque on the base of the statue hasn't fared well over the centuries, and the only glyphs you can make out are K, R, S, and H. You know what? I do think we've seen that before. That bit at the end of the description seems very familiar to me. Yeah, we might have to... Oh, hold on. This might be something. What is that? A bloody patch of fur. That is curious. Also, super weird that it's just laying there. Like, nobody thought that that should be cleaned up. Alright, let's have a last look around the open areas. I mean, I don't think we missed any other stuff laying on the ground. So yeah, it feels like we have less info than usual. No, I guess this is 6 pieces. The Hindriarch isolated herself to work on a mystery project. And there was a village, or there was a sneaky merchant. And people got sore throats, which could indicate that the merchant who came in, had something and spread it. Kessahind claims to be wrongly accused. Alright. I think we got everything. I think I'm ready to accuse the thief. So... The scouts heard someone doing work with tools late at night. Fondren saw a merchant. Yeah, this is how I want to go. Fondren saw a merchant and the Hindriarch was up working on a mystery project. Something's going on. This is not like a whole accusation, but something's going on. By concealing trade and craft, it was Ke who stole Kindrish. Maybe. It's at least possible. We got 2 homo-electric wrist warmers. What would I like to name? You know what? We will probably have this plate mail for a while. I'm going to name it based on its qualities. The Vest of the Betrothed Glassblower. Is that really a name based on its qualities, do you think? Alright. So it's steel, and we're naming it... I'm trying to figure, is there a color scheme suggested by this name, Betrothed Glassblower? Glass that's being blown is pretty red-orange, right? And then it cools into... I mean, it could cool into basically any color, right? Maybe sort of a prismatic... I mean, I do like a good rainbow. But maybe we go for more of a rocket color? Yeah, let's do that. And our reputation went all the way up to 0. Hooray! Should reload my gun. Nobody be concerned about me just walking around reloading my gun. Live and drink. Please take a while to rest. Oh, hey! We're actually like... They kind of like us here now. Interesting. We can learn dual wield. That's a valuable one. Obviously, that's a lot of reputation. We would have to figure out some stuff here. I don't know how we would get that much reputation. Oh, they're actually they're friendly. Thank you for what you've done for our sister. That's a nice change of pace instead of them just being outraged all the time no matter what you do. You have a great deal of nerve to speak to me after what you've done. I kind of want your injector, which I suspect is a blaze injector maybe, but I don't know that I have the trade value for that. So, homo-electric wrist warmers. I'm assuming these give cold resist. Yeah, not a huge amount, but are we wearing anything on our arms? Ah, yes. Well, I do have this, but we could take this off because we're not actually using it. It has no cell. And then on my other arm, I have... This is my, what do you call it? Hologram thingy. So that we should probably keep on. But it's nice to have some extra cold resist gear. That'll be useful later. Not exactly the reward I was hoping for. Still, useful. Alright, so... Where do we think we are as far as Golgotha goes? I'm level 9, I only have 46 HP, but I do have the Murder Disc. I don't have a ton of, sadly, I do not have a ton of ammo for it. We could use another power cell or 2. But I don't know, maybe we're ready for Golgotha. Oh, we have to actually go to Gritgate first. That's probably the thing we should do. Yeah, we haven't actually spoken to the Barathramites on this character. Okay, well that seems like a reasonable goal. Oh, and never mind, I am lost. Can I please find my bearings quickly? I have places to be, and there are many, many large horses in these flower fields, and it makes me very nervous. Oh, that is a slug snout. That must be taken seriously. Let's charge him, and then give him the stinger. Okay, we have probably killed him. A hit with the poison, it feels so significant. I mean, we may as well just eat this raw meat. I'll leave the 4-foot alone. We'll just eat that. It would taste better salted. 1 toughness for the rest of the day. Hey, that's a pretty damn good bonus, actually. Some kind of combat happening north of us. I'm just gonna ignore it. Uh-oh, tumbling pod. We're going onto the other screen here. There's a rifle turret somewhere. Okay, just go back up onto this screen then. A tumbling pod is chasing us. Just a bunch of bones. Interesting. There are multiple tumbling pods chasing us. Here's the thing. I would really love to find that turret, and if we could see the turret, I'm confident we could kill it. Get all that ammo and probably quite a lot of XP. So let's, right here, wait until morning. And then 100 turns. That's actually daytime. Never mind. Apparently I'm being shot at. Do you guys really think that this is a good idea? Is this a good use of your time? That did not do as much damage as I was hoping. Sting the big guy. Alright, this is the price you pay. Don't even have any good gear. What are you doing? Rest until healed, and then we'll go... Looks like it's daytime, we can kind of see. I'm going to go rifle turret hunting. So we approach from in the trees. We're going to have to deal with this guy, may as well. Sting... And chop, chop, chop. God, it takes so many attacks. Even with cleave, it is so many melee attacks to kill a tortoise. What an annoying enemy. Alright. I have no idea where the turret could be. My guess is... There we go. I was going to say, my guess is it couldn't be too far away because the tree cover here is so dense. It wouldn't be able to see us from much of a distance. That's a chain gun turret. That is a real concern. Boy. What is the right move here? I mean, yonder cane would do the job. We took so much damage there. It looks to me like pressing southwest would get us out of line of sight, but I also thought we would be out of line of sight for several of the turns where the rifle turret was able to shoot us around here. I'm going to press southwest. Okay. So this was like a real guy here. And he got, presumably, turreted to death. We will take, I guess, all of this gear. A mummified corpse. So, maybe not turreted to death. Maybe he died long before the turrets were even here. I mean, let's take all the stuff. And then I think we can unequip our pair of bad axes and equip that one really big good axe. 8 penetration. It's not bad. Alright, rest until healed. And then we could time dilate, walk around the corner, and throw our disc at that chain gun turret, maybe? I'm definitely worried. Let's do the time dilation. Actually, I'm right on top of it. We're probably better just chopping it. Dismember? Damn it! You are kidding me. How much damage did it do there? Oh, that's really frustrating. This character was so powerful. We were only going to do 2d6 damage with the throwing disc. So I figured we'd probably... we were going to do 2d6 damage against exactly its armor value with the throwing disc, so I figured the axe with its 8 penetration would probably be a better move. We'd get more penetrations and thus more damage per hit. Oh, that's really frustrating. Well... God, that did a lot. Look at how much damage that did. Well, I suppose I will just have to come up with a new character for next episode. I would like to get before ending the series, I think we probably will not just play straight until release. But I would like to actually get to the new stuff that was after the part of the main quest that we finished on with Mithter, at least once before we call it, before we take a little break until 1.0 happens. So I guess I will come up with another character and we'll figure that out. So that is going to be it for us for today. Sadly, I really thought it was not going to be that big of a deal to take it down. Turrets are so fragile usually, like. We killed the rifle turret in a single hit. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm pretty bummed out, as you can tell. When you come back next time, tomorrow, I'll have a new idea for a thing. I don't have any idea what that might be at the moment, but I'll know then, and we'll see you then.